What if I told you that experience is actually the enemy of possibilities? Let me say that again. Experience, your past experience in life, can actually be your enemy. And here's what I mean. We all have beliefs. We all have beliefs based on our past experiences, and we believe them to be true. We believe that they've given us wisdom, and sometimes they do. But sometimes they don't give us wisdom. And so if you truly want something new in your life, then those past experiences aren't going to tell you how to do that. They're not going to give you insight that you need necessarily, because they are the things you don't want. They aren't the things that you do want. So wanting a new kind of relationship or a new kind of love, whether you're married or single, wanting to change the dynamic that you're in or attract someone new into your life, the newness is completely unknown to your subconscious mind. And maybe you're wanting like a new level of income, maybe you're wanting a new job, and it requires stepping into the unknown. When you have to step into the unknown, it's just that, it's the unknown. And so you go back to these past experiences and you believe that those are the only possibilities because that's all you've experienced. So today I want to fully explain why your past might be working against you and how to stop it from ruining your chances to move forward into all the possibilities in life. For those who are new here, I'm Ketra Thompson, and I'm a certified master hypnotist practitioner and a relationship recovery coach. So what I do is I help people make these big shifts in their life on a subconscious level, because the subconscious mind is running over 95% of everything we think, feel, and do. So before we jump into this, I want to mention there is a link below in the description where you can set up a free consultation call so you can find out more about working with me if that's something you're interested in. There's also a link to my website that has more information, as well as a totally free hypnosis relaxation recording that I've done there. Free gift to you. You can download it at any time. So as humans, we only know and understand our past experiences. You've heard the saying, hindsight is 20/20, right? Because you don't know what you don't know. So we have these past experiences and we don't even know all the details surrounding that. So let me just explain for a moment why this is kind of an issue. So when we're born, we're kind of walking around in a state of hypnosis for the first 5 to 7 years. We're taking in all this information. We're assigning meaning to all of the things people say to us. We watch them say to each other, everything that's happening. We use that meaning to write a blueprint in our subconscious mind. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't think many 3-year-olds, 2-year-olds, 1-year-olds, 5-year-olds have much discernment at all. So the meaning they're assigning is very literal based on whatever interpretation they could come up with at the time. They're using that meaning and they are writing a blueprint in their subconscious mind that is, in their mind, 100% true. Right? Anything anyone told them is 100% true. If they believed that they had to struggle in life, that everything was hard, that everything was going to be difficult, if they believed that everything was going to be fun or easy, whatever it is that was sort of displayed and shown as an example to them, they believe that that's 100% true. It's like a very narrow little box, and they don't see that there is an outside to that box. It's very confined and it's locked down in that subconscious mind. So this creates a belief system that governs their life. And the same thing with moving forward in life, when you have other experiences that are happening, that those experiences are all you know. So you can't really see beyond it, right? So just imagine for a moment if we went back and talked to someone 200 years ago and tried to explain the possibility of electricity. They really have no concept. They wouldn't believe it. They would dismiss it. They would think we were crazy. And they would never even attempt to make it happen, even if we told them how they could. Because their belief system says it's absolutely not possible, and it would keep them stuck. Does that make sense? So our past experiences can oftentimes keep us really stuck because we believe that they are 100% accurate. And we're not even really believing it on a conscious level so much as this tape running in the background of our subconscious mind, reminding us of all of the negatives that we have known from the past. So this really affects us. It affects us in two major ways. The two things that are really, really most important to humans is relationships and security, job, financials, all of that, right? Because these are things we need in our life. And we strive for them, and we might be striving for them in a way that actually isn't benefiting us. So if you think about it, if your only example of a great relation or any relationship is a toxic, maybe narcissistic parent or neglectful parent, or let's even move that into your adult life. Maybe your only long-term relationship or marriage was toxic or narcissistic or abusive or neglectful. And so your frame of reference for relationships are filled with this assumption that this is the way that they are. Even though you might see other people have different ones, there's this underlying subconscious belief that you have to conquer and overcome this toxicity to have something real and good, or that it's really scary and you can hold back from it because there isn't a frame of reference for anything that's more positive, more life-giving. You haven't experienced it. And that alone can be a huge roadblock to you having that in your life. So the same thing applies to success, to having a job you love or having a calling you love, or maybe it's not your job, maybe it's just building a life you love. But having that safety and security and financial success can have the same thing going on. So this is how it can hold you back. Let's say you grow up in a poor family. Let's say you grow up in a family, maybe they aren't poor, but maybe you just feel really unworthy, really undeserving, like you aren't inherently worthy. And remember what I said about programming the subconscious mind. All of that's happening and you're programming these beliefs of unworthiness or I'm unwanted or I'm not good enough, and you're creating a mental story around it. That mental story can cause you to take a path that isn't fulfilling, that doesn't advocate for your own abilities and worth, that doesn't take you down a path that would be as financially successful as you want. Because again, in your mind, it's all boxed in. This little box of possibilities are small, and you think that the only way to get there is this one path. Instead of realizing that the possibilities to get to where you want to be are endless. They're endless. When you see someone do something a new way or create something new, or, sometimes we're just in awe of how did they even do that? And oftentimes it's because they truly believed and allowed for the possibilities to be unlimited. And they weren't boxed in to this has only one way for me to get there. So it's really important that we're able to make that shift if we're going to open our life up to new possibilities with love, new possibilities with success, with money, with security, with fun, with whatever it is we want to create in our lives. So experience can give you some wisdom, but it's definitely not the whole picture. It gives you a glimpse into the things you don't want to do. And sometimes it gives you an idea of the things you do want to do, but it's not always giving you the details behind the scenes or opening up your mind to all the possibilities. It kind of narrows you down like a funnel into this one way that you know and understand, and you think that's the only way that can work for you moving forward. So you have this goal and you don't know how to get there to this goal, this thing you want, that you desire. And you don't know how to get there because you've never experienced it before. It's completely the unknown. And so you dwell on what you do know. And what you do know is past failures. You do know all the ways you were rejected. You do know all the painful things from those toxic relationships. You do know that you've had to work in certain ways to get what you want in the past. And all those things you do know can be limiting the possibility of the thing that you actually want, because those are the things you don't know. You don't know what those things really feel like or how they pan out or work out, so you can end up really stuck. So throughout all of this, you don't even realize that what you dwell on creates reality. Where your mind goes and the belief system that it repeats over and over is creating your path forward. So there's two things that need to be done to set yourself free. 2 steps. And the first thing is that you can integrate those old traumas, those old belief systems on a subconscious level through hypnotherapy, because that's the only time we really have access to that subconscious mind is in hypnosis. So you can go back, you can get to the root cause of what started that belief system, you can reframe that belief system on a subconscious level, allowing you to move forward in life without all that resistance, without fighting against those old beliefs. And that is huge. It creates so much traction in your life. And the other thing you can do, which you can do today without the assistance of anyone else, is you can start shifting your frame of mind. You can start living in the end state. So when you shift your imagination and you start believing in what you aren't seeing, that allows you to believe in a reality that you haven't seen yet. And it doesn't mean that it's not real. Just because you haven't seen it doesn't mean it's not real. Our imagination creates the path that we're making in life. So what we think about, what we believe deeply within ourselves to be true, creates our reality as we move forward. So you can shift your thoughts and start feeling as if you already have what you want. And it's not in a longing way. It's not in that I have to get this thing way. It's in that I already have it. This is already here. I already feel so grateful for this relationship, for this job, for this success, for this life path that not only do I want, but I'm moving into it. You move into it in your mind before you move into it in reality. That's the way that it works, whether it makes sense to you or not. This is how we shift our reality. So that's something you can do today. You can start shifting those thoughts, catching them as they come up, and reframing them. So right now, today, you can start shifting those thoughts by focusing on whatever is lovely, whatever is good, whatever you can cultivate gratitude for. Little things, so grateful for the little things, and let that positive energy just soak into you. Reminding yourself anytime your mind wanders to focus on what's good, focus on what's lovely, focus on what's true, not based on your past experiences, but based on the possibilities that are endless. And if you want to take that one step forward, you can work with me, because what I do for my clients is I customize hypnotherapy processes to get them where they need to go depending on whatever it is they're struggling with. This allows you to just take a huge leap. You're eliminating so much resistance, so the process of getting there is easier, faster, and more profound, because then you're doing it on a subconscious level. This creates so much momentum in your life. It creates less resistance, and it allows you to get the life and love that you want. So if you're really ready for that change and you're ready to make that big leap so you can feel that traction, set up that consultation call in the link below. It's totally free. And regardless of what you decide, you're going to come away from that call with so much more clarity about what's going on and what's driving the unwanted things in your life. And while you're on my website, don't forget there is a free relaxation recording that you can download. It's my gift to you just to help get that nervous system relaxed and calmed down so you can make progress in your life. And the reality is that when you change yourself, you change the world. You change how everyone interacts with you, and you change the ability that you have inside of you to create all the possibilities for the life that you want. So until next time, I hope you curate a life by your own design.